Hey everyone, what's going on? Hopefully you had a good day in the market. Looked like it was going way up. Cheetahs were flying everywhere. I saw like cheetah on a rocket flying by. I mean, there was all sorts of cheetahs flying. So, high five on that. If you like making money, subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave comments below if you guys have questions. So today I'm going to go over an overall market update. I'm going to look at some companies like in the tech sector just to see what they look like because I think the rotation of money is just starting to come around. I'm starting to look at other sectors. I'm going to give you some charts on graphene or graphite, either one. So I'm looking at those. Looks like there's a lot of potential there. And I'm going to give you maybe one pick that still looks pretty good in the uranium sector. So let's dive in. Oh, I'm going to touch on the hypothetical portfolio as well and where I would be adding after this big move. So here we go. This is the overall market update. And I'm going to touch on some tech companies just to see what they look like. I did this earlier in the day at 9:40 a.m. You can see it in the upper left. But this is Facebook. And one thing, I'm kind of zoomed in here. One thing I want to show is all the big down days and then the up days. And we want to see these big down days. See these? And the up days are smaller. I think this thing's going to I think it's getting tired. Now take a look here. We've got bearish engulfing, coming down, another bearish engulfing. It was like, boom, boom, boom. Big 3 down days, volumes kicking up a little bit. And then the rollover here. I don't know where this closed, but this is a signature trait of it wanting to go down. You see the big down days and then the struggle for the up days and the contraction within. Signature trait of it going down. Now, if you notice, here's a high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high. This isn't looking good. This barely made it maybe for an equal, because if this is a lower low, I think we're heading into a topping pattern. I think this is a topping pattern. This is what I'm seeing. Amazon, not looking too good. Lots of down days everywhere. Bearish engulfing, coming down. Looking for bearish engulfings and dark cloud covers. I don't see too many. This is kind of a bullish piercing a little bit, but it was answered back with a lot of selling pressure. So I'm looking through bearish engulfing. We're looking at bearish engulfing, bearish engulfing, bearish engulfing. You catch my drift here? 1, 2, 3, 4 bearish engulfings all in a row. Watch out downside. Watch out. This thing's getting tired. The momentum, if you look at this, high, lower high, lower high, it's coming down. It came back up, but it got smashed right back down with this big bearish engulfing. I think this is going to head lower potentially. Apple, bearish engulfing, dark cloud cover, bearish engulfing. Let me see here. Bearish engulfing, dark cloud cover. Bearish engulfing maybe, but see how it's got these big 3 down days and then the struggle to come back up, and then it wants to come on back down. Now I don't know what this closed at, but you can see big move down, struggle to come back up. It popped back up, big move down. The momentum and the velocity is changing in these charts. That's what I'm seeing. Here's the trade desk, another tech company. I'm starting to see these big down days sprinkled within. And I'm starting to see the up days get smaller and smaller and smaller. And then, boom, hit on the head, bearish engulfing. This maybe, I don't know if it's close to a bearish engulfing. Coming back. I want to see if this thing gets pummeled here. I think we might be seeing a top. You can see the volume starting to kick in. This is a big move down, and then the fight to go back up, and then the rollover, and I think this thing's going to get smashed. And here's Alibaba. Again, these things are rolling over. It's a lower high. Right here is a lower high. Got smashed down. I'm seeing these big down days. Here's a bearish engulfing there. I'm seeing these bearish engulfings and big down days, and I think it's getting tired. We'll see what happens. But it could potentially be the market rolling over. Now here's Monster, another one. Bearish engulfing, bearish engulfing, bearish engulfing almost. Big down days, another bearish engulfing. This is looking tired. This is looking tired. So I think this thing's ready to, I think they're ready to go down. So let's twist this around and look at some graphite companies. Here's leading edge materials. I guess this is a decent exploration small cap company in the graphite area. Broke its downtrend. We're coming on up. It looks pretty good. And I'm seeing volume here. I see a nice big move up, and then the leak out of sellers. Leaking out, leaking out. Another big volume day pushing this thing up. And then the small pullback. Big move up, small pullback, big move up, small pullback. I think this looks really good to move on up. Let's look in this part down here. It's looking pretty good. Nice big up days. The down days are smaller. Nice big up days, bullish engulfing. We're coming back. I mean, obviously it's got this nice little pattern going on. And that's how they typically move. Got a nice big up day today. I don't know. This thing looks pretty good. I don't know if I'd be buying it this second, but overall, I think it's one to watch. I was looking at Global Lithium Ion Graphite Corp. This one looks really good. I was looking kind of at this, came down, big move up. This is a couple cents all the way to 15 cents. So that's a big move in terms of a percentage gain in just a week or two. And then we develop a cup and handle pattern, and we're right there at the breakout of this cup and handle pattern. I purchased some. Looks like the volume is stepping in. Looks like somebody else knows what's going on. Looks like there's some other people looking for cheetahs, and they're raising a cheetah farm as well, just like us. So obviously they're adding it to their portfolio and their cheetah farm. So this one's looking pretty good. Now, I didn't do a deep dive into the fundamentals yet. I think this one's an American-based one. I think it was in Nevada from what I read. So this one might have some good potential here. It's a very small company, very small company. So this is a graphite company. Here's it zoomed in. And look at this. We just broke out to the upside, and we have a bullish engulfing. And this correlates right here. This is a weekly chart here to this cup and handle. So I think it's looking really good in terms of a charting perspective. And we got the volume kicking in. So maybe to put just a teeny bit in there for myself, not you guys. Just put a little bit in here to let it ride. Here's First Graphene. I didn't get another chart on it, but this is another graphene. It looked like this one was well liked in a lot of articles. I didn't do a deep dive yet, but it looked like from their presentation, it looked okay. It looks like this one's a cup and handle. It came up when it's chopping sideways, and I think this is ready to move on up. Because here's the lead in here, and then the cup, handle, and then it's just kind of chopping sideways. So that one might be worth looking into, First Graphene. And baseload energy, I know in the comments, someone was like, well, I'm going to rotate out, it's lagging. I'm actually a buyer here. Look at this volume. That volume's huge. I would be a buyer here in baseload energy. I think this looks fantastic to make another run up. This one's always lagged the group, it seemed like. And man, when it goes, it goes. So baseload, I like that one. I would be a buyer here. I don't have any more money to buy any of these things. So I would be looking at accumulating baseload, not looking at it as a laggard. Next, let's jump into, I'm going to jump into the portfolio. Looks like I accidentally had closed it. Yahoo Finance portfolio. My portfolio, we'll pull this up here real quick and I'll show you what I would be doing in the hypothetical portfolio. You're going to lose me. So finding values portfolio, what I would be adding right now, and the performance. So the performance today, we were up 6.24%, about $5,000. Total gain of 17.6% over a 3-week, 4-week period. We've got First Graphene. I added that one today at the price that it's at right now. Leading Edge Materials, I added that one early in the day. I added GBBGF, that God, what is it called? Global Lithium Ion Graphite Corp. I added that one in. I added to Two Door Gold because that one's looking pretty good chart wise. Two Door Gold is a gold exploration company, so I added a little bit there. And don't worry about these market values. I just threw in a number. Deep Yellow. I like Deep Yellow right now, and the reason I like it is they haven't broken out yet. 60 cents, and I think it's poised to break that 60 cents mark. And when it breaks that 60 cents mark, and it may take some time, you got to be patient here. This thing may blow to the upside because when it breaks 60, it's going to be like a massive explosion happens because there's a lot of resistance there, and it's going to take some effort. It's going to take some time and some force to get through that 60 cent area. But when it does, man, it's going to be fun. Here's Appia Energy. I added that when I went over the charting. Westwater, Lightbridge, UU. I've added all these when I go over the market updates and give you guys updates and do all the charting. That's when I added these in, all these companies down here. But right now, the ones that interest me the most are some of these graphene companies, especially GBBGF. TDRRF looks good if you like gold. DYLLF looks excellent if you like uranium. And I would have added to baseload. Those are the ones that I think are the highest have my interest, the most interest for me. So baseload, Deep Yellow, GBBGF, and TDRRF in terms of chart perspective. In the hypothetical portfolio, we're doing pretty well, so that's good. We're performing, I would say, above probably anyone else, maybe. I don't know. I don't really look at other people's performances. I really focus on my own thing. And, keep in mind the rotation of money. This thing's it's gonna come and it's gonna be big. So it potentially could potentially have already started a little bit. And that's what we're seeing. And we're right at the beginning of this. So if you have your positions, high five for getting in there and holding on. I'm not trading in and out. I'm just holding on. I don't care what these things do. They're not going to buck me off this bull market. I'm seeing confluence. So confluence is the merging of information amongst a whole bunch of different sectors. I'm seeing the graphite sector because I did some analysis in it. Graphite's looking good. And if I were to pull up, I'm going to pull up a chart here on graphite. This is graphite demand. Get me out of here. Again, it looks like there's deficits. The deficits could be coming any time now. Here's 2021, 2022, 2023. And remember, these are probable addition tons. Maybe they come, maybe they don't. Here's possible. But it's definite gap up 2025. And it says demand from battery makers will grow by 23 to 27% each year through 2028. Massive move higher, and there's this big gap. So what I'm doing by looking at the market balance, I'm going to add some of these graphene stocks into my graphite and graphene into my portfolio in case, when this happens. But remember, the markets are forward looking and they're going to be moving now, which they are. So I'm looking for opportunities in graphite and graphene now in the exploration companies, in some of these developing companies. And I got to do more homework. I better get my butt working to get more money because the opportunities are limitless here, so it seems. And the funds are limited. So, if you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I don't know why you haven't subscribed if you haven't subscribed. And let me know what you guys need to know. And this is what I'm looking at right now is the graphite stocks. If you guys have any amazing graphite stocks, let's talk about them in the comments section. I want to know what they are. I'm looking all over the place for opportunities for this next bull market. I'm locked and loaded in all the other sectors, it seems like. Graphite, I don't know as much about, so I'm going to have to really dig into it. Thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.